I mean, being totally real when it comes to this, I see these employee reports that we do, these little briefs, and after a while you look at it and said, 20 years of doing this, am I even good enough to do this anymore? And you come to look at it and say, wow, the faith you put people think that you do a good job and don't tell you if you're doing one. All of a sudden you get your employee report back and you go, wow, how about this? I don't care about going up for a promotion statement. How about just be real? Just put the words, you ain't ready now. It won't hurt my feelings, because the way it's written, it looks like a pile of shit. That's what it is. And that's fair. Do it. That's your opinion. But don't gaslight me and say, well, we're going to put you as promote, but we're going to write you as if you're a piece of crap. And that is something right there is extremely, extremely unfair. Now, I've come to accept I will never be promoted under the current system. Once testing was taken away, it is really true. There's no feeling. It is fact, 100% true, that all my chances of getting promoted have been taken away. The equal opportunity to show yourself. Because look, people write things about you because they're too pussy and too chicken shit to tell you exactly how they feel, so they write it at the very end. You don't have any other say to do. But testing was my ultimate equalizer. It really was the ultimate last chance to actually prove to the naysayer saying, he can't do it, you shouldn't be doing it. But then when the testing comes and you make it, you say, look, I studied my ass off. And that is where you get your reward right there. Because when people say you can't do it, well, that's it, you're done. So when it comes to signing your employee report, you just see that one little promotion statement that says, good. Know what that means? Well, you're good to go back and take a breather for about 15, 20 minutes, move on with life. Who cares? Why study anymore? Why do more than you need to? But instead, this new world order that we have is about selling yourself, promoting yourself, finding what others like. Get your name out there. Do the things. Ass kiss. Suck everything you need to do. And that is how you'll be recognized. All you have to do is just be open to it and avoid the facade. And that is one of the big things, too, that I've seen over the years is that this facade that we have, that we create with this shit-eating grin where everything's wonderful, it's nice, let me do this volunteer work, let me check this box. By checking this box, I'm going to be noticed. And if you don't get noticed, because you know what? There's someone who was younger, cuter, prettier, and more ambitious than you that took that box who was a little bit brighter because they did just enough to show and shine so much more than you could have ever done. And that is one of the things no deer meat or DMT vision could ever combat. And that is why, in today's world, you better damn well be career driven, focused, and driven even harder than you've ever driven to get promoted. Because if you're not into that and you're not ambitious like that, well, you better start writing your fucking resume. And that is going to be the biggest thing you're going to have to do, is start focusing on yourself. And that is, do what you want to do, but if doing what you want to do may actually cause problems later in your career because you didn't do the politically correct things that would have gotten you promoted because you chose to do yourself versus other things. The most common question always gets asked, how can someone do this for 20 years? And I'll be totally real with you. I really don't know. It's difficult. There's no secret formula because you could have good months, days, weeks, years, maybe even a decade. But sometimes the good and bads come in all extremes. So who knows? There's no perfect formula for this. But one thing you can positively say is you got to think short term when it comes to wanting to stay in this long term. Study, 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 get recognized, get known, and maintain that. It's the facade you're going to have to maintain throughout your entire career. I mean, I hate to say it, but the new world is changing where it's all about looking good. Not necessarily doing excitingly good, but you got to do just right. Fill this box and make sure this one box is much shinier than the others so it can overshow some inadequacies. Because there's no way no person can be 100% on point and perfect when it comes to these things. That's unsustainable. That's way too much activity. You got to put some things to bed. You got to let it rest. And that's unfortunate. It's going to be the new reality when it comes to this. So learn to write. Learn to write well. Learn that theological jujitsu ninjastics when it comes to all those English literature writings. And as one way you're going to succeed in this new world that we got. Manning's going to get cut. Many things are going to go up. Failure is going to happen, but you got to make sure you can find a way to succeed at all costs. All these things that you have going. And I will tell you this flat out. You're going to really need to just learn how to let things go when it comes to this job. Because this job will take over you. And it's going to take over a lot. And you got to find a way not to let it consume you. Just like how Spider-Man wore the black suit and it just consumed him. that's exactly what you're going to be dealing with. But I do miss the days when you just ran around and there's a bunch of exploding little clowns running around acting stupid. And those were the fun days. And you don't try to save what was, because I don't recognize what that town and whatever I was dealing with when I first began this. I don't recognize it anymore. But you got to do the best is to save yourself with this. And that is what you got to do is take care of all the good things rest, you need. Relax, eat right, exercise, and take care because your body can only last for so long. Not everyone is just as awesome as Tom Brady when you can be in your mid 40s and do all these really cool things at a high level. Your body will begin to break down, mind, mental, and emotional. That's you have to take care of yourself. So if you're going to do this for 20 years, you really need to study yourself. How can you do this? Be flexible, flexibly firm, do some Cirque du Soleil, learn those kinds of things. And that will be the keys to success of having a longevity in this career. All right, man, let's do it.